I would like to visit with you about the runaway federal government bureaucracy. Consequently, this week, I joined a group of senators introducing a bill that would require Congress to give final approval to major federal regulations before those regulations can even take effect. The new bill responds to the growing regulatory burden and its negative impact on job creation. The Constitution vests all legislative power in the Congress, which is the branch most accountable to the American people. Yet, you know how it goes, year after year, Congress passes legislation that delegates more power to the executive branch. In doing so, it also fails to assess the full impact of those laws and how that power is used. As a result, federal agencies are increasingly bypassing Congress and imposing new regulations that Congress never intended. Unfortunately, these regulations often have grave consequences for average Americans that don't appear to be explored or ignored by the federal agency. For instance, a tidal wave of new regulations is hitting the private sector with health care reform and other big pieces of legislation like the financial system regulation. The uncertainty about the real impact and the cost of these new regulations, along with the uncertainty of looming tax increases, make it much harder for employers to make commitments to create new jobs and to hire workers in order to get the unemployment down. The financial burdens of new regulations are estimated to be in the many trillions of dollars. The Heritage Foundation estimates that the rules issued by one agency, just one agency, the Environmental Protection Agency, to regulate carbon dioxide alone could reach nearly $7 trillion in the next 20 years. This is a cost that Americans simply can't handle. This bill that I've introduced is a step in the right direction. It will help establish greater accountability for major regulations handed down from the executive branch. And it will restore some badly needed checks and balances in our system of government that have been too far eroded.